My name's Maree Chung, and I'm class of 1987. I played center forward. I played a little right wing, but mostly center forward. I was a goal scorer.
Today I'm pleased to interview Maree Chung, Stanford University field hockey player, graduating class of 1987. Maree was a decorated competitor who earned All-American honors in her senior year, 1986. This same year, the Stanford Athletic Department slashed the field hockey team's budget from $25,000 to $5,000. To keep the program alive, the team relied on philanthropic initiatives for funding. Maree, can you speak to the things you had to do to continue playing the sport you loved?
So when I came to Stanford, our athletic director at the time, Andy Geiger, had said to me, as an incoming freshman, we're going to build a world-class field hockey team. And he really pushed me for that last decision in choosing over UNC or Northwestern. And it was great. And then after, I think, a year or two, we were told our budget was drastically cut to the point of we wouldn't have any funds to travel. So we did things like every single weekend after football games, we would go and pick up trash along with a couple other sports, but we would clean the entire IM fields of tailgating and every bit of trash that you can imagine in the fields and in the football stadium to raise enough funds for us to have a basic travel budget. It was a lot of full weekends. It was an entire Sunday. And so anytime there's a football game, it was a lot of hard work for us, but we were pretty determined that we wanted to be a top flight field hockey program.
After Stanford, you had two daughters, Nicole and Haley, who have blossomed into great athletes. Both of them chose to pursue sports and academics at Stanford. Can you tell me about Nicole's positive experience on the Stanford tennis team, and then the devastation which Haley has felt as an incoming field hockey player after Stanford's decision to cut that program alongside 10 others?
Nicole, I think she's had a great student athlete experience because tennis is a fully funded sport. With that comes a lot of relief in knowing that their budgets, uniforms, practice time, everything is available to them. The opportunity to be a student athlete at Stanford is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I'm thrilled for my daughters that they get that experience. I am very excited for Nicole that she will have 4 years on the top Division I women's tennis program. For Haley, yes, it's very devastating because one, it's pretty exciting for her to be a legacy and to get to play the sport that I loved and grew up with and got so much out of at Stanford, had such a positive experience. I'm disappointed that she will not get that. There's so many great things that come from playing team sports and being a part of a team and representing something bigger than yourself. It serves you well in life and in your career. And I know that for myself, going out and working in the software industry, it was a really great advantage to have been under pressure and being a team player and having wins and some losses. Part of what makes Stanford so special is our student athletes. We weren't brought in just to be athletes. We were brought in to be student athletes. If you follow the legacies and the careers of people post their graduations, you'll see that Stanford field hockey has leaders. And I think that that's a huge part of the experience that my younger daughter will miss out on.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to our conversation today?
No, the only thing I think of, Maddie, is now my daughter has to decide whether she wants to stay at Stanford or whether she wants to play. And that's the heartbreaking part for me, is this is where my daughter grew up wanting to go to school. I don't know of any other alumni who has a daughter who played field hockey, so I think it was really exciting. But now she has that tough decision to make of whether to stay at Stanford for her 4 years or whether to try to keep pursuing playing field hockey at a very high level and going to a different academic institution. I'm so hurt. I'm just so disappointed.